Greetings! Have you watched our previous videos and now know how to run and write a debate? If so, then you'll want to know how to win a debate using Ethos, Pathos, and Logos. 2,000 years ago, Greek philosopher Aristotle came up with 3 different categories to describe how rhetoric is used to persuade people. These are ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos appeals to ethics and is used in debating to demonstrate the credibility or reliability of a person. For example, when presenting an argument, you may use research conducted by a reliable person, such as a doctor or scientist, and therefore give your argument more credibility. If the topic of the debate was that vaping should be illegal, and you were affirmative, you could quote doctors on the harmful effects of vaping. According to the Journal of Physiology, studies have shown that using e-cigarettes can reduce lung function, increase airway inflammation, and weaken the immune system. If experts are saying that e-cigarettes are bad for your health, how can you not agree that vaping should be illegal? Or you may use personal examples that demonstrate your own reliability and knowledge on the topic. For example, if the topic was that mobile phones for teenagers should be banned and you were negative, you could say, I am a reliable person and I am a teenager. I go to school, I have a part-time job, and I use my mobile phone. However, I am a responsible person and do not use it during school time or spend hours mindlessly looking through social media. But I do use it to text my mum to pick me up from a friend's house, to check my work roster, and yes, contact my friends. Should my mobile phone be taken off me because of this? What about the adults? Are they acting responsibly when texting while driving? Why not ban it for them? Pathos is used when you want to appeal to the emotions of your audience. You can use information that affects the audience and convinces them of your side of the argument. These emotions can be happiness, fear, anger, sadness, and guilt. Evoking an emotion in the audience may assist in convincing them of your side of the argument. For example, if the topic of the debate was that we should ban all beauty contests and you were affirmative, you could use happiness as a persuasive technique. I, for one, would be very happy, ladies and gentlemen, if beauty contests were banned, as our society places too much importance on looks and body image. We should be more interested in the character of a person, as that truly indicates real beauty. Imagine how happy we all would be if everyone was more concerned with inner beauty. Or alternatively, you could use sadness as a persuasive device. Too many people try to live up to the unreal expectations that society places on our looks. By placing filters on our photos, wearing labels that are expensive, and determining popularity due to likes on social media, or reflect a world where life is one big beauty contest that no one will win. We need to stop beauty pageants and start being beautiful people to one another. If the topic was that we should lower the compulsory voting age to 16 and you were negative, you could use fear as a persuasive technique. It scares me to think of 16-year-olds determining who should lead our country. Most 16-year-olds are concerned with TikTok and Instagram and not running the country. Can you imagine politicians convincing teenagers to vote for them via a TikTok dance? Logos is when you use logic or reason in your argument and use facts that cannot be disputed. If you have completed thorough research and presented facts from a reliable source, then it is hard for the opposition or audience to refute this information. For example, if the topic was that we should stop selling plastic water bottles and you were affirmative, you could quote facts in your argument. According to healthyhumanlife.com, Americans buy 29 billion water bottles a year. For every 6 bottles people buy, only 1 is recycled. That leads to a big problem, given the fact that water bottles do not biodegrade, but rather they photodegrade. This means that it takes at least up to 1,000 years for every single bottle to decompose, leaking pollutants into our soil and water along the way. It would be great if people recycled every plastic water bottle, but it doesn't happen. And the facts tell us that we are damaging our environment. Or what if the topic was that we should ban animal testing and you were negative? You could also quote facts as a counter-argument. The British Royal Society reports almost every 20th century medical achievement relied on the use of animals in some way during the development process. Animal research has contributed to major advances in treating conditions such as breast cancer, brain injury, tuberculosis, and more, and was also instrumental in the development of pacemakers, cardiac valve substitutes, and anesthetics. These facts show how important animal testing was in saving human lives. To summarize, Ethos, Pathos, and Logos use the power of persuasion to convince people of your side of the argument. Ethos appeals to ethics and promotes the credibility or reliability of character to convince others. Pathos appeals to our emotions to persuade people to our side of the argument. And Logos appeals to logic and reason and uses facts and statistics to prove a point. Using the power of persuasion by utilizing Ethos, Pathos, and Logos in your debate is a strategy your team can use to convince the audience of your side of the argument and win the debate. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember, the sky's the limit.